very interesting. On that, I will say. But before I go to break, I got a guest in the house. I'm out of town, but my nephew is in. And when I'm not in town, he loves sitting behind my desk acting like he's running the show. My nephew, Josh. No, it's not nephewtism, but that's what he likes to call it. Look, why you look like you got a beanie on or something? What the hell are you wearing? What kind of hat is that?
It's about 5 degrees out here. It's feeling like Buffalo, to be honest with you.
All right, move to your left because you got to sense. See, this shows your amateurism. Move a little bit to your left. You ain't even centered. See what I'm trying to say?
As long as the Knicks emblem was showing, somebody got to show support.
As long as the Knicks emblem is showing?
Yeah.
Why are you in studio sitting in my chair? Acting like you running the show. What's going on with you?
I have a few announcements. They're calling me JVP.
JVP?
Yes.
Jeff Van Gundy?
Well, you're running for president, aren't you?
I'm not, but what does that have to do with you?
Well, people putting you on polls and stuff like that. No funny stuff, but you're gonna need a vice, no?
What the hell? I'm supposed to have you as a vice president?
Wherever you lack, I'm strong. That's the dynamic between us. So,
but I'm not lacking.
What happened? So you think you'll be the perfect candidate, politician? There's no such thing. So whatever you're missing.
There's no perfect candidate, but I'd be pretty damn good, and I think that I'd beat any Democrat that's out there, to be quite honest with you.
No, but how would you make people like me want to vote for you?
Well, first of all, I'm going to look out for you because just because I don't smile and sit up there and wave the black fist and talk about black power don't mean I'm going to forget my own. I'm going to always look out for my own. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to look out for the American people. See, there's a way to do both. Right. There's a way to do both. And you got to articulate your position as opposed to creating enemies. The thing about it is we can't act like what we need is a smile and we need somebody in our face. See, I had to give you tough love. You understand? Because you know what? Grandma smiled enough in your face. Grandma sat up there and pacified your baby ass self. I mean, that's what grandma did. I'm not going to do that. But don't I love you? Don't I look out for you? Do I not?
As the vice president, there are a few things that I would that I would work on, and I feel like you wouldn't think about it, but you would back me up.
Like what? Give it to me.
Like, for instance, why do we get tickets for not wearing our seatbelt? It's my safety. Why I gotta pay for it if I'm ignoring it? That's just one.
If you don't have on your seatbelt, so in other words, you're saying that you should have the right to harm yourself?
I should.
What are you? Are you a motorist, a Kevorkian motorist now or something? What the hell are you talking about?
It's not that. I just feel like the government sometimes just sticks their nose where it doesn't belong. When there's real issues out here.
What real issues are out there, Josh? Because you just brought up seatbelts. I mean, that's a real pertinent issue. I mean,
I'm saying that's just a small part. All right, so why is the weekend only 2 days? Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Why can't Friday be a part of it? Isn't that something that the president can sit there and decide? Why Friday can't be an official?
No, it is not. It is not. And a weekend is Saturday and Sunday. That's a weekend.
Yeah, that's a
universally recognized as the weekend. What's the problem?
Universally recognized. No, that's this nation. And also this nation, why can you only have one wife? It was just Valentine's Day. I was looked at as a villain because I had 3. I'm not cornered into just having one Valentine. What is that? What'd you do this weekend?
Did you just say on video that you have 3 Valentines?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
What happened?
You don't think that's gonna get you in trouble running your mouth like this?
No. I mean, unless if I told my Valentine, yes, you were my only Valentine, that'd be a lie. That's not what I did. But
what did you do, Josh? What did you do?
Well, this year I chose me. Let's start with that. I got tired of the same old, like, I buy something ground shaking and get back like a beard comb or something like that. Or my favorite, oh, you come out with something laced with nothing in your hands. I don't care, I had that before, where's my gift?
So let me get this straight. On Valentine's, you're looking to receive a gift as opposed to give them?
Yeah. And it's because I want to start a new tradition. A tradition is started by people, so I want to start a new one. Valentine's Day is about me. If you with me, Valentine's Day is about me, because all year round, I'm about you, right? That's what you taught me to do. Be all about your lady, right? So what's the one day could I get? It's not Valentine's Day, then what is it? That's another thing.
How about your birthday? How about that?
She got a birthday too. So why she get that and Valentine's Day?
Because she's your lady.
I'm her man. That's it. We got to start establishing value in ourselves. I got you. Stop taking that from me. What else are we talking about? Got my notes here.
Back with more on my nephew Josh in a second. We got to take another break for PrizePicks. My God. Oh, my Lord.
Got a headache?
All right, everybody, listen up. With all the big-time sports action that's happening each and every day, the Stephen A. Smith Show wants to make sure you are taking advantage of it all. That's why we've partnered with PrizePicks, the largest fantasy sports platform in all the land, to help you cash in on all your sports knowledge. You see, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app where you pick 2 or more of your favorite players and then you select more or less on their projected stats for the game. Choose from any of your favorite players, Luka Doncic, Jimmy Butler, and Zach LaVine, all in the same entry. Then sit back and watch. The list is endless. And now with PrizePicks Flex Friday option, you can still cash out, even if your lineup isn't perfect. That's right, every Friday, just look for the protected play. So win or you'll cash back. And get this, PrizePicks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account during the sports season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on PrizePicks. So download the app today and use code SAS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app and use code SAS to get $50 instantly after your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, yo, run your game. This message is brought to you by Cologuard, a non-invasive colon cancer screening test. So I want to talk about colon cancer screening for a second here. I know you might hear that and instantly feel a bunch of dread. You're thinking stuff like drinking all of that prep liquid, having an invasive procedure, missing work. No thanks. But hold on a second, because there's another option that allows you to skip all that drama, the Cologuard test. It's a one-of-a-kind way to feel more in control of your colon cancer screening through a prescription-based test with none of the prep that's required of a colonoscopy. The Cologuard test is the only FDA-approved, non-invasive option that looks for both altered DNA and blood in your stool, which can indicate the presence of abnormal cells. This test offers convenience and ease of use, and it's delivered right to your door. It's also affordable. Most insured patients pay $0. At this point, come on, don't let your health take a backseat. You're out of excuses. So if you're 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can also request a Cologuard prescription today at Cologuard.com/podcast. The Cologuard test is intended to screen adults 45 and older at average risk for colorectal cancer. Do not use a Cologuard test if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease, and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colorectal cancer. The Cologuard test is not a replacement for colonoscopies in high-risk patients. Cologuard test performance in adults ages 45 to 49 is estimated based on a large clinical study of patients 50 and older. False positives and false negatives can occur. Cologuard is available by prescription only. So while I got you here, before I get you out of here and you contaminate the airwaves even further with your drivel, you know what I'm saying? I know you. You know what I'm saying? Very few people on the planet know you better than your uncle. And I know you just talking smack because you know better than really legitimately thinking and acting the way you proclaim. We ain't owning that. Something wrong with you, okay? But we'll talk about this later. You saw All-Star Weekend. What were your thoughts about All-Star Weekend? You heard what I had to say. What were your thoughts?
It wasn't the worst. It was bad. It wasn't the worst, though, and I feel like they are going towards fixing it. I feel like I got the solution. You want to hear it?
Okay.
All right.
I want to hear what the solution is. Go ahead.
I think they got it right with the little part of the younger team playing one of the older teams, but I think that should be the All-Stars. You should have All-Stars under 28 and then All-Stars over 28 and have them play each other. I think pride kicks in with that. Or you could do the Europeans and bring
I mean, the international players.
Yeah,
That's
bring the
my
Olympic
idea.
dynamics.
I think soccer is a litmus test in this regard, Josh. In all seriousness, when you look at the competition overseas and how rabid that fan base is, and how serious they take it, the players have no choice because listen, it's not safe for them when they lose when they give 100% max effort. So if they were lackadaisical in any way, could you imagine how those folks would act? Mm-hmm. So I think that because of the pride that they take in representing their homeland, wherever that may be, you put the international players up against the U.S. players, since this is where the sport was born. You put it up against the U.S. players, and the U.S. players go up against the international players, and that's how you have All-Star Weekend. And I also think you put it in different places. One year you put it in the States. Another year you put it in Paris. Another year you come back to the States. Another year you go to England. Another year you come back to the States. Another year you might go to Croatia or Sweden or Finland or someplace like that, Amsterdam, which is, I hear, is a party town and all of this other, Croatia, something like that. I think you do that. Or rather, let's say, for example, you got Luka, he's from Slovenia, all right? You have other, Wembanyama is from France. You have Embiid or somebody who's from Congo. I think you go to those places where one of those players are represented and you have the all-star festivity there. I think that's how you do it. I think that's the only thing that could potentially save the event. To that you say what?
Well, hopefully you do have one of the best ideas because like you blame LeBron for the dunk contest. This is all your fault.
His fault or mine?
No. The all-star game and the season where people are like load managing and stuff like that. That's you. You want to know why?
Why?
You are one of the main starters of championship or nothing. So now they ignore the journey and listening to you say it don't count. We don't care if you got 40, 10, and 10 tonight. Let's see what you do in June. You were saying that about LeBron for about a decade. So it's like, all right.
That's inaccurate.
I'm sorry?
That's inaccurate. What I said was that in terms of, yes, once you show what you can do and what your abilities are, you got to close. You can't be one of them brothers that's doing it with games that don't matter, but then when the games matter most, you shrink. Because the great ones didn't do that. That's what I say, and that's what I hold them accountable to. You don't take away from their greatness as a talent. What you're saying is to validate it, to close the deal, you got to show up in the moments that count. And last time I checked, you agreed with me.
No, but
because you brought up his 4 championships.
I agree with you a little bit, but I'll see LeBron average 34, 18, and 7 in the finals and lose. That's not him not closing. That's average.
Time out. If LeBron is averaging 30, but in the fourth quarter, like he did against Dallas, you going up against a Jason Terry or J.J. Barea, and you can't score on them in the fourth quarter, what the hell you want me to say?
That's only Dallas. I'm talking about the other 9.
Well, that's a big deal. Let me ask you a question. When did that ever happen to Jordan? Who, by the way, happy birthday to Jordan because it's his 62nd birthday today.
How old?
62.
62.
So Michael Jordan, it's his 62nd birthday today. He ain't had those kind of moments.
I mean, well, he was 1-8 before Scottie Pippen came on the team, and you know how I feel about that.
No, he wasn't. No, 1-8 in what?
In the playoffs.
Excuse me.
Two first-round sweeps.
That's fine. 2 first-round sweeps. You mean when he dropped 63 and Larry Bird called them God and gym shorts?
You mean
when he had nothing but himself and a bunch of mailmen working with him? Excuse me. Is that what you're talking about? Are you kidding me? Are you on drugs?
No, I'm not on drugs. And as a matter of fact, LeBron in 2007, what was his team like?
Well, I gave him credit for getting them to the championship against the Spurs. I've never held that loss to the Spurs against him. But in Dallas, when he was with D-Wade and Bosh and those boys, and he went to bed in the fourth quarter, that's a fact.
That's the one bad.
You know this. You know this.
That's the one
and by the
thing
way, why the hell do you have on that tight-ass New York Knicks jacket? I mean, why is it so tight?
Oh, nah, it wasn't tight like a month ago. You got me in the gym. So my stuff's starting.
That's what it is? So you working out?
My stuff's starting to
so
not
you working
fit.
out?
Yeah, I'm busting out my clothes.
You busting out your clothes?
Company card, I need some new clothes. You and I'm coming down tonight. Don't worry about it.
Goodbye, man. Get the hell out of here. I'll see you later.
Don't come down?
Yeah, we're done. Don't come down. Don't come down. You'll probably complain about your flight arrangements anyway with your spoiled ass self. Coming up.